Hi everyone! In this video I'm going to show you how to make this tabletop fairy decoration. If you've been following me, you'll know that my last fairy design was this fairy place card holder. And there really isn't a lot of paper fairy party decorations out there, especially not 3D fairies, so I wanted to create another fairy that you could place at a party table. And I'm just so happy with how she turned out. I think I might even like her a little bit more than my place card fairy. Just because when I pictured her, I didn't know how exactly I would get her to sit up by herself. I didn't know how the skirt would look. And she just worked out beautifully. I love her 3D wings, which you guys know all my fairies have 3D wings. But I also love that I made her legs separate in this design. With my other fairies, I glued both legs together, but in this one, I made her legs two separate legs, so that actually adds another element of 3D-ness to her. Okay, let's get started. In your downloaded folder, you will find two different folders, one with fairy with the wings attached and one with the fairy with her wings separated. And in the fairy with the wings attached, you'll see two cutouts. And in the folder with the fairies with the wings separate, you'll see 4 cutouts. You won't need all 6 to create one fairy. If you want to create a fairy that has the same color body as her wings, you'll use these 2 pieces. And if you want to create a fairy that has wings that are different colored from her body, you'll use these 4 pieces. And one thing I want to point out here is you'll notice in your cutouts that one fairy has her leg more vertical and the other fairy has her leg more at an angle. And to make one fairy, you want to have one of each leg. Now, if you find that you've cut out a fairy both with the same legs, it's not a big deal. You can still make the same fairy. It'll just be a different look. The legs just won't look like they're as separated. I also want to point out that if you're using one-sided paper like glitter paper, make sure that your cutouts are all mirror images of each other like you see here with my wings. I didn't need to do this with my fairies' bodies because I'm using a pink standard colored cardstock, which is usually not single-sided. Here I just want to show you basically how the fairies come together. I'm going to be showing you how to make the fairies with the separate wings, but if you're going to make the fairies with the attached wings, you'll see here each of your cutouts should have dotted fold lines at the wings, at the skirt, and at the legs. And I'll show you how we use those fold lines later, but to make one fairy, it's as easy as just putting 2 cutouts together like this. With the wings attached. And if you want to make the fairies with the wings separated, you can either attach your wings first, or you can put your 2 fairy bodies together first and then add your wings later, which is what we'll be doing. So here are the materials you'll need for this fairy, and I get a lot of questions about the double-sided tape I use, so I'm going to put a link to that down below. And here we are with our fairy cutouts. I'm going to show you how to make a fairy with different colored wings. And if you're making a fairy with attached wings, just follow along as if my fairy has her wings attached. And then once I attach my wings, you can just ignore that part. The first thing you need to do is take one fairy body and fold all the dotted cut lines in one direction. And then with your second fairy body, make sure it's facing the same way as the first, and then fold all of those dotted cut lines in the opposite direction from your first one. And if you're working with a fairy with the attached wings, you would do the same thing. Fold all the fold lines in one direction for one fairy body, and then with the other fairy body, making sure they're facing the same direction, fold all the second set of fold lines in the opposite direction. Now the next thing we do is we take the fairy's bodies and take the fairy with the folds folding away from you, and we'll work with her first. And now we're going to cut a piece of double-sided tape and we're going to place it up against the wing fold line of the fairy. And it doesn't matter if your double-sided tape is the exact length of that fold line, just make a best guess. And here you'll see I'm going to cut my double-sided tape in half width-wise, just because the width of my tape is a little bit too wide for my fairy's body. I think the tape is about 3/4 of an inch wide. So place your tape up against the dotted cut line. Make sure it doesn't go past that dotted cut line, because that fold is how your wings will fold apart. Next, we're going to align the two fairies together, and if you've made any of my other designs, you'll be very familiar with this step. We're going to align the fairies' bodies together as best you can. You'll see here that the knees of the fairy don't align exactly, and that's by design. I designed it knowing that the legs would fold open, so they didn't need to align exactly, but the rest of the body should align pretty exact. Once you have your two fairies aligned, hold both fairies down tightly with one hand and then lift only the top fairy at her skirt area to reveal the tape underneath, and then remove the lining of the tape and press the top fairy down so that both fairies are taped together. And now just reinforce the tape area. Now that we have a fairy that's taped together, we can move on to the gluing stage. Pour some glue out into a small bowl. You won't need very much glue for this. I would say less than a pea-sized amount. Now you can reinforce your fold lines, because the space beyond the fold lines will not be getting any glue, so those folds will help you keep glue off of that area. I like to start at the skirt area, and all you do is open up the two fairies and then just apply glue onto your bottom fairy. Make sure that you're getting the glue all the way to the edges. And remember, once you get to the fold lines, don't put any glue past those fold lines at the skirt and at the legs. Once you're done spreading the glue, then just press the two fairies together. And keep going over that area with your fingers, because as the glue's drying, the two fairies may come apart a little bit. And next we move to the head area and do the same thing. Open them up and then apply glue to one fairy, making sure again to get those edges. And then once you have the glue applied, you press the two heads together. At this point, I like to open up all my folds just in case any glue has seeped into that area. I want to make sure that they don't get glued together. And here I want to talk a little bit about the fairy wings. We attach them to the fairy's body with these tabs along her back, and you can either attach the wings to the front of the tabs or behind the tabs. And I find that with glitter paper, it takes longer for white glue to dry for glitter paper. So for my fairy, I'm going to put the wings in front of the tabs, and that way I won't have to apply glue to the glitter surface. It's up to you which one you want to do. You can do it with the wings behind the tab or the wings in front of the tab. And in this case, I'm going to put the wings in front. So once you've decided where your wings will go, you apply your glue. Here, as I said, I'm going to apply my wings over the tabs. So I place the glue on the tabs, and then you align the bottom of your wings up to the dotted fold line. The width of the base of your wings should be the same width as the width of your tabs. And I should mention here that if you're going to change the size of your fairy, make sure you also resize your wings. That's very important. So here I'm just applying my second wing, and once you have your wing attached, make sure that the two wings align. It doesn't have to be perfect, just make sure they're in general alignment. You don't want the wings to look wonky when she's sitting up. Now, because that wing tab is small, I would wait a few minutes for the glue to dry before attempting to open up the wings. And that's it, your fairy is done. Now once your glue is dry, you open up the wings and you open up the skirt area. For the skirt area, fold up the folds all the way up because you want the skirt to be a 90-degree angle, and the way to get that is to fold it all the way up to the body first. And the legs you don't have to fold open so much. Your fairy's body should sit perfectly straight. If she's leaning towards one side or the other, you can adjust it as I am here, either left or right. You can just adjust the folds of the skirt until she sits upright. That's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one. Thanks so much for following along. And if you want to see more designs from me, please subscribe to my channel, and I'll place my Instagram and Pinterest account at the end of this video. If you want to follow me, I post daily photos of my designs and also sneak peeks of upcoming new designs. Bye everyone.